Hello everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. Today I want to chat with you guys about 6 authors that I really like all of their books. Now, if I read all their books, and most of these authors I've read at least almost all their books, and some of them I've read all their books that I know of. And I will say there's some of their books that I may like better than others, but I don't dislike any of their books. I'm going to get right into it, and I'll give you a couple titles. And in the description below, I'll write down the name of all these authors. And let me know if you guys have read any of these books by any of these authors. Okay, first one, I know I'm always mentioning her, but she is my favorite, Freida McFadden. And I honestly don't dislike any of her books. Some I love more than others, and she's really known for the Housemaid series. She writes thrillers. She's known for all different twists, and her books are, you can't put them down, and they move really quickly, which is something that I really like. Have you guys ever read a book that might have a lot of good things about it, but you're kind of muddling through? And people may say, how long is it taking you to read this book? Well, to me, a book shouldn't take you, if you have time to spend, a good 30 minutes, an hour every day to read, a book shouldn't be taking you 6 months to read. I don't know, unless you really don't have time, or it's a really long book. Okay, the second, Daniel Hurst. I've read almost all of his books. He's from England. I really like him a lot. Now, I've listened to his books on audio because that's what's offered, but one of his books that I really liked was called The Perfect Escape. He writes thrillers. He kind of is a male version of Freida McFadden. He does have twists, and the books kind of move quite, very quickly, as I would say. Now, one thing I want to say about both Daniel Hurst and Freida is that neither of these authors have what I call, what I call gore, or, every other word, the F-bomb, or, just really, like, for example, Daniel Hurst will say the couple was in a state of undress. They're very classy. They don't go into anything, from what I can remember, graphic, which I really appreciate that. So I love both of them. The third, I wish this author would write more because I've really liked all of her books, Shari Lapena. I know I have one of her books on hold, a couple of her popular books, and she writes thrillers. They are very fast moving. They have twists in them, really good. Everyone Here Is Lying and What Have You Done? Highly recommend her. And I'll do reviews on some of these books too. But when I'm doing these videos, because I am uploading every day, I also do this on the Sensible Living with Money channel. I like to keep talking quickly through my speech so that I don't lag and belabor points. For example, sometimes I've seen people do reviews on something and it's a 25-minute review on maybe one book or one movie. I'm like, wow, they have a lot to say. So anyway, number 4, somebody else that I really like, and I've read, I think, all of her books, is Liv, Liv Constantine. Love her. She wrote The Last Mrs. Parrish, and there's actually 2 books in that series. Love them. Think they're really good. And she also wrote The Wife Stalker. I really like them. And The Last Time I Saw You. Really good books. You cannot put them down. I think you're going to really enjoy them. Another person doesn't write thrillers. Now Liv, I think, writes mostly thrillers. Is Danielle Steel. My love story, romance, drama. And my favorite book from her is The Promise. I've read almost all of her books. I've liked all of them. Some I like better than others, but I have enjoyed all of them because they're really easy to read and easy to understand what's going on. See, that's one thing when I read books. I like to be able to understand what is going on. And sometimes I get confused. Maybe it's a me thing, and that's why I tell all of you guys, this is personal. You can go look up any book, and let's say thriller is your favorite genre or romance is your favorite genre. You go look it up on Goodreads or watch somebody review. You're going to have one person give it a 5, and you might have somebody else give it a 1. Everybody's different, and some people have longer attention spans than others. And some people don't mind a more complicated plot line. Okay, last but not least, and I would say she writes different types of books, a lot of historical fiction, but I've not disliked any of her books. I've actually liked all of them, is Kristin Hannah. I haven't read all of her books, but I've read most of them. I did really like The Women. The book that I've read most recently that I thought was a phenomenal book, and I love the ending, was The Things We Do for Love. Wonderful story. I highly recommend. She's an excellent author. So I've liked all the books that these authors have written. Like I said, some a little more than others. Come back tomorrow because I'm going to tell you 5 authors that I love a lot of their books, but I haven't liked all of them. So come back tomorrow. Let me know in the comments below. Name some authors that you like all of their books. I want to hear from you in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, appreciate you, and please come back for tomorrow's video. Bye, everybody.